Hello, everyone. Hopefully, everyone's having a fantastic day wherever you are around the world, and welcome back to our post-match reaction to Liverpool's 2-0 defeat to Everton in what was an absolute shit show. No ways around it. It was easily one of the worst performances of the season. I can't sit here and go that there were any positives from that. It just was an absolute shit show from minute one, and that's it's hard to take that into process and how bad we were tonight on a collective front again anyway. But of course, let me know how all of you are in the comments as well. John's in saying, hi, so disappointed with Zobo and his form has fallen off a cliff. Yeah, I would agree. Red Machine is in as well. Big up, mate. Hello to Tom as well. Hopefully you're doing well, of course. Congratulations, Tom, on your one win in about 10 years. But yeah, well done. I can't argue against it realistically. Obviously, smile corner. Thank you, Tom. Congratulations on the win, Tom. Yeah, absolutely. Luis Diaz was the only player that cared tonight. Yeah. These two, Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah and Darwin Núñez, massive disappointments tonight. No fight. I think on individual duels they didn't win a single one. In that, again, just thinking back to the game and how bad we were. Build up play awful again. First half awful again. Second half probably even worse than the first half in terms of finishing, in terms of being able to create. Just everything tonight, defending wise as well. We got bullied, absolutely bullied. We made Dominic Calvert-Lewin look like prime R9 Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo. We made him look like a £90 million striker, and that's on us. That's fully on us. I thought everyone was poor. I can't take any positives out of this. It feels probably worse than the Arsenal game earlier on this season, where I felt genuinely in that game we deserved nothing, and even tonight we deserved nothing from that game. And yeah, the title's gone. The title's gone. It's now getting qualification for the Champions League. And of course, the farewell to Jurgen Klopp that we wanted will not happen. It's between Arsenal and Manchester City now. Liverpool out of the race, 100%. And look, the deflated feeling, I think, from everyone, I think is justified, because that was horrendous. We've spoken about how Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp in the last 10 games of a season are up there in terms of the elite, and tonight we wasn't that. We was awful, and yeah, just shocking. Chris saying the big players need to be called and stop being protected. Van Dijk, Salah, Núñez, absolute disgrace. Yeah, Salah and Núñez for me though. Van Dijk, poor performance from him. But the big one for me is Darwin Núñez and Mo Salah. Again, awful. And it's not only them. Curtis Jones, I thought, had a poor game. I did think Trent was the only creative player playing tonight. Again, defensive-wise, though, dodgy performance from Trent. Robbo, decision-making again, not good. And yeah, it's... Again, people have to take accountability for poor performances. Doesn't matter how much we love them. Again, I think Darwin Núñez is one of the best forwards in the Premier League, but that performance tonight was shocking and awful as well. But Tom saying making the most of it. Of course you are, Tom, as well. Everton dominated, battered us. Let that sink in, especially first half. Yeah, can't argue with it. 100%. As well, the farewell is going to be tainted and whimper now slightly. Yeah, 100%. I think all of us had that thought, though, that Liverpool could go on and win the title. There's nothing to say that why couldn't we have done, but we simply, since that United game in the FA Cup, we've been poor. Simple as. But is it time to cash in on Mo? Potentially. Yeah. What he's done at the football club's been amazing, but the Mo Salah we've gotten since the injury, or since him coming back from AFCON, it's been awful. Really, really has been awful. And yeah, I can't. Hopefully, people can hear me. Hello. There we go. Hello, I'm yeah. I don't know why that went off. Hopefully you did hear me and did see me. Anyway, but hopefully we're back. If anyone could let me know, please be really appreciated. But some of these players are not good enough for the club, as well as Zayn. I would agree at this point as well, mate. We started poorly away at every rival and seemed to surprise the team. Started quick and direct. We look completely unprepared. Yeah, Adventure, 100%. We look like a team that's just come up from the championship and have no idea what we're doing. And yeah, it's not good enough. The fact that we're in a title race, guys. It's in Jurgen Klopp's last ever season, and we've not performed. And of course you could say of the pressure, and this, that, and the other, but we have massively looked off of it for weeks, and it's not good enough. It's really not good enough. And we've now paid the price. We lost against Palace, we've lost against Everton. It's flashbacks to last season in many ways. But Salah looks away. Yeah, 100%. Diaz played like he tried. Yeah, he did. He's probably the only one from the team, possibly, that you could look at. Konza looked okay. Jones isn't good enough for Liverpool. I would agree in some aspects of things. Ev wanted it more. 100%. They did. They're safe now. And that's fair play to Tom, and you do look at that Everton performance, and if you were an Everton fan, you'd think, where's that lot been for the season? And the only thing I can say is fair play to them, because they absolutely battered us. They battered us in that game, and we looked awful. It looked like we were the relegation team, and Everton were going for the title. On a Liverpool side of things, again, it was awful. Mo Salah, awful. Darwin Núñez, awful. The midfield didn't do anything that great. Defensively, Virgil van Dijk looked weak. He looked terrible. And for us, now it's just getting Champions League qualification. What could have been is now gone. And yeah, it's just a real shame as well. But the Jurgen system has died out, possibly, as well. Danny, I think you're an Arsenal fan, quite clearly. Hopefully doing well, mate. Of course, obviously glaring in this, obviously, Liverpool's defeat. But up the Gunners, Arsenal, I don't think it's Arsenal's year. I think it's City's, personally, now. But yeah, it's horrible. But Danny now, Man City's again. But yeah, it'll be City's again for sure. City on the backbench. City on the benchmark. Sorry, if they wouldn't get into City's team, they wouldn't be in ours. 100%. This summer is going to be huge for Liverpool. Obviously now with Slot coming in, Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes have a huge summer ahead for the football club. And things have to change moving forward anyway. But I love our wait pass back style of play. Thrilling. Yeah, 100%. Not good enough. Do you know what? I'm not deflated, guys. And you know me. I'll try and think of the positives as much as possible. If you're a regular on the channel, you will know that I think positively about this football club. What we witnessed today, there isn't any positives out of it, realistically. And do you know what? That makes me sad though, and it really does when. The boys need to show fight. We all know it's Jurgen Klopp last season. It's the last Merseyside derby under him. What we witnessed today was awful. No fight, no desire, just nothing. And again, as I think we've said it, I think after the Palace game, it doesn't look like a Jurgen Klopp team. It doesn't look like a team that will fight until the end. That game, Trent's the perfect, watch Trent when he goes off the pitch, goes off and just realizes what's just happened. And that should be on every single Liverpool player's faces. What on earth has just happened? Like, we've not performed great. We've nothing from that game. Even going on to West Ham on Saturday, there's nothing you can take from that game at all. There's nothing. And that is a real worry for not only the end of the season, going into next season as well. These players, or the certain players in the team, they're not good enough. We should be capable of going to win a league title, but these players in the most crucial moments have been poor this season, and that is a real worry and an issue for Liverpool moving forward as well. And I don't know whether or not if I'm the only one in that, but it's worrying and concerning for the future. What we saw today isn't new for Liverpool. We've always been like this, aside of 18-19 and 19-20. I think in 21-22 as well, I think we were like that. I think earlier on in the season cost us in that game. I think probably the back end of the season, we were probably at our best in that season. But yeah, I would say, obviously, again, 21-22 as well. I would say to that Liverpool team should have won the Champions League. Was unlucky not to win the Premier League. But yeah, should have won more in that aspect of things. Today was the end of the year stuff. I don't know how we finish the rest of the games. True. Again, I'm guessing you guys do, and I feel deflated and upset about what we just saw and witnessed. Imagine how those players feel once tomorrow hits, and they'll probably assess what happened tonight. They'll probably look back and go, what on earth just happened in that sense as well. But this is my favourite fixture of the season, the derby. This loss hurts more than any other game. Yeah, 100%. Red Machine. That was a Roy Hodgson performance. Yeah, I think Sky Sports mentioned it as well. It's been like, that was the last win, that they had at Goodison was the Roy Hodgson one where they won 2-0. Same today, 2-0 performance. Battered us all over the park, and that's fair play to Everton. Looking at, and I don't think anyone will disagree with that neither. That Everton outplayed Liverpool, and that's horrible and a real issue for sure. But Everton to Diaz, Jota, Trent, all FC, and Ali FC. Sorry, yeah. Probably Trent and Diaz is probably the only ones you can separate from the rest, if I'm being awfully honest. But yeah, yeah. Look, I'm really just down from that, and I know you guys will be too. Hopefully tomorrow, we can think positively about certain situations, but yeah, the season's done. Title's gone, season's done, and now we've got 4 games to remember Jurgen Klopp by, and hopefully we go on to win all 4. But it is between Arsenal and City now. I think City will go on to win the league. I said this after the Palace game. I think City will, beat Brighton tomorrow. I think Erling Haaland, I think, is out for them. But I can't see City losing the league personally. But if they do drop points, Arsenal should be all over it. And if they do go on to win the league, then that's fair play to them. Because again, you don't get lucky by winning a league title. You don't. And look, they massively deserve to go on and win if they do go on to win the league as well anyway. But again, hopefully, we'll obviously, like I said, speak more positively tomorrow. But Avenger saying we can't score. Yeah, I would agree. We can't. It's ever since the United game. Since the United game in the FA Cup, we've been abysmal. And yeah, simply not good enough. We said that, I think back then, how much would that hurt us psychologically? And I think it's truly hit Liverpool, because now we can't defend, we can't attack. The team looks done. It looks run out of energy. We're all running out of energy, and yeah, simply not good enough from everyone. But honestly, I'll never say it. Say it's over. Spurs can beat Arsenal, City, but can win all our games. Who knows? It's done. Red Machine. Like, again, I love the optimistic approach. I really do. But it's done, lad. It's truly done. I wish I could be super positive about the situation, but the Premier League title is done. Liverpool are not winning it. And we now end the season. Wish obviously Jurgen Klopp the best, but it's truly been awful. The last couple of games has been awful, and the feeling's been awful as well. And look, Scouts said by Villa and Spurs will batter us too. The way we played tonight, yeah, 100%, they will. And again, obviously there is still a risk that Liverpool don't get Champions League football. Liverpool have to get there. I think Liverpool need 2 wins to secure it. And at the minute, the way we are playing, could we secure it? I don't know. I really don't know in that sense. But I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't win any of our last 4 games. Yeah, it's not a great look, is it? Realistically. Anyway, but I think we have to win 2 of the 4 to secure Champions League football. And of course, that means if Spurs win all their games as well, in that sense. So again, the number one thing is now to secure Champions League football. And yeah, we'll go from there then, and obviously into the next season. But in the summer, there is going to be a huge shift in what we see, I think, for the football club. But no, I wrote that out. As we won't win the title, I definitely want Arsenal to. Yeah, do you know what? I'm like this. I'm like, I can't be bothered. Whoever wins it. If City wins it, fair enough. If Arsenal wins it, it'd be great for them. But still, not really asked with that. But yeah, look, if City win it again, it's like, yeah, like who cares? Realistically, I'm more annoyed the fact that Liverpool couldn't get the job done, if I'm being perfectly honest. Anyway, but again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments if you're going to watch on the repeat as well, and all that good stuff, because I know again people will have their thoughts and opinions as well. But for me, disappointing. I can't I can't wrap my head around that performance. Again, from certain individuals, Mo Salah, Darwin Núñez especially, Virgil van Dijk as well tonight, awful. And yeah, it's really tough now how we get through the last 4 games of the season, because that was a shit show. It truly was an absolute shit show as well. But Adventure says, I don't want Arsenal winning the league. The last thing we need is another team with a chance to stay ahead of us. True. That is true. Ice Cold is in as well, saying sell Salah. Sell Núñez, sorry. Potentially, maybe we'll have to wait and see for the summer. Anyway, but I am going to leave it there for tonight, guys. Of course, if you are new around here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know your guys' thoughts as well in the comments. I'll reply back to everyone. If you're watching on the repeat as well, because again, just massively deflating. And hopefully tomorrow we'll feel better from it. But again, this feels horrible. And yeah, for Jurgen Klopp's last Merseyside derby, simply not good enough from those boys. And, you know, there's going to be a big shift in the summer. But still, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Like I said, if you're new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and all that good stuff as well. But I've been calling out from the COP Council. I see you guys tomorrow. Ta-ra.